Watched a ton of college basketball and did a ton of thinking about the one line. Who on it is really scary? Sure, there are a bunch of good teams, really good teams. We just saw a few of them. But there isn't anybody who is loaded with future pros that would be terrifying for you if you find yourself, or your team, I guess I should say more accurately, on the 8-9 line. There's still time for these one seeds, potentially, to get things sorted between now and the NCAA tournament and get really hot, play their best basketball. But even so, I truly don't think that there is a team that you would call an absolute lock to make it to the second weekend. Speaking of that one line, we spoke a little earlier this evening with Tony Bennett. Joined now by Tony Bennett here on SportsCenter. And Coach, I'm going to start with the least important question, but it's the one I'm most interested in to start, so I'm going to begin with it because it's my show. How many ties do you have that are orange?
Well, before I got here, I never wore ties to coach when I was at Washington State. So then I got here, and I got so many sent to me. Someone sent me a great box. I think they're called Air Maze. Yep. But people send them all the time, and I have my wife take a look for them. You like this one or not?
Well, see, I'm a tie guy, and I always pay attention, and it's always like a light color orange, and orange goes well with a lot of things, like a navy suit or a gray suit. So you always cut the elegance, swath on the sideline. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. If I can get you in a pocket square, then we'd really be cooking with gas. So think about that.
That's you. That's GQ for you. I'm kind of old school. Remember, I grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, so you got to cut me some slack.
I understand. Listen, you're the #1 team in the country, and you're gonna be first in the ACC again. I was thinking about this when I watched you guys play Duke a few weeks ago. That they've got a ton of one and dones. You don't, and that's not a knock on them or on you. But I think about a guy that you had in Malcolm Brogdon. He was a 4-year guy. He wasn't a first-round pick, but he was a Rookie of the Year in the NBA. Is he the most apt metaphor you have to show guys, come to Virginia and you can be this, and that's plenty good?
Yeah, he's an ambassador for, first of all, the university and what being about the right stuff is, but for sure, he just got better. It was actually 5 years because he had a red shirt, he got hurt. But that's how we've been successful, to get some maturity, and you play against the talent of those teams. But I do have very gifted and sneaky good talent that sometimes doesn't get recognized, and I know that, and I think the important people recognize that.
It's getting harder to hide, given that the number next to your name, and that's a 1, and given the fact that you're going to be #1 in the ACC again, and probably a 1 seed. And I guess the final thought, Tony, as you look towards the tournament, is for you personally, how do you avoid defining yourself by what you haven't done? Obviously, which is make a Final Four run, as opposed to what you have, because the length of what you have is so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think I realize everything's a gift, and I watched my father coach his Wisconsin team to the Final Four in 2000, and it's the regular season is a big deal, and then you get to postseason, and of course you want to be great in advance and do all those things, and it's a unique group I have. There's a connectedness and a chemistry there. And, I would say this is what I do. I'm a basketball coach. I'd love to win a national championship, go to Final Fours, but it's not who I am. And I think I have a balance, and we're going to go after it for everything we're worth in terms of improving.
Well, your program is the envy of many around the country. Congratulations on another win tonight, and all the best for whatever is to come in the ACC and the NCAA. Tony, thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
So they're the class of the ACC. Who's the class of the Big 12? It looks like it's going to be